Consistency is one of the most important things when it comes to your music career. If you're not consistent, you're not going to be able to get any type of progress or momentum when it comes to moving forward. And believe it or not, when you start to drop consistent music and actually have a consistent release schedule, there's 9 things that are going to happen for you. What's going on? It's Pim Fried Rice. Welcome to the Music in a Millions podcast, the show where we give independent rappers the tools and resources needed to be successful without waiting on a record label. Guys, if you've seen any of my videos before, then you know I always talk about consistency because it really is one of the key factors for picking up momentum and getting to the next level. Because if you're sporadic, dropping music all over the place, your fans are not going to know when to check back into your channels and when to tune into you. And then when you drop your music, it's going to fall on deaf ears. No one's going to hear it. And you definitely don't want to do that, especially if you're spending a lot of time and money and effort to put out your music. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell if you want to catch more gems just like this one. So the first thing that's going to happen when you start to drop consistent music is you're going to attract new fans. If you're constantly putting out music, there's no way that you can't pick up new fans. Because every time you drop a track, that's now going to go out into the world. And if you're using hashtags properly on like Instagram and TikTok when you promote it, if you're telling your existing fans about it already, you're going to get new fans because new people are going to check your music out through the hashtags, through social media. Also, existing fans are going to tell their friends about it and they're ultimately going to become fans of your music. So the first thing that happens when you start to drop consistent music is you're going to attract new fans. The second thing that is going to happen is you're actually going to give existing fans something to look forward to. If you're just dropping music all over the place, like you dropped 1 song this month, then you dropped 3 songs in a period of a week, 6 months down the road, then you didn't drop anything for a year, your fans are going to have no idea when to check back into your channel to see that you're dropping music. So you need to make sure you have a consistent release schedule so your fans know, oh, okay, every 2 weeks, Pim Fried Rice drops a new song, so I'm going to check back into his channel. Or every month, Pim Fried Rice drops a song, so I'm going to check back into his channel. Whatever works for you, because it doesn't matter if it's a week, 2 weeks, a month, every 2 months, just make sure that it's a consistent schedule and that you stick to it. Now, side note, I don't necessarily recommend just every 2 months. I try to keep it at least a minimum of 1 song per month. That's just my personal taste. I feel like if you're not dropping a song a month or at least an album or some type of content or project, your fans are going to forget about you. The third thing that's going to happen when you start to drop consistent music is you're going to get better at music. When you do something over and over and over again, you're going to get better at it. You're going to learn what works for you. You're going to learn what doesn't work for you. You're going to figure out what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. And when you find out your strengths, double down on those. Really lean into the things that make you unique and that you're good at. And when you find out what your weaknesses are, that's when you need to start to build relationships with people who have those strengths. But you will get better at music because, like I said, anything you do over and over again, you're gonna get better at. The fourth thing, and this is one of my favorites, is your promotion skills are gonna get better. With me being the marketing nerd that I am, I love to constantly learn new ways to promote my music, to figure out how to get more fans, get more eyeballs on my stuff. So the more you do it, it's like I said with making music, you're gonna get better at it. You're gonna find out what type of social media content works when it comes to dropping a song. You're gonna find out what fans wanna know. You're gonna learn about how to do giveaways and contests in order to get people excited about pre-saving the song or buying tickets for your shows. You're gonna get better at promoting. The more you do it, the better you'll get. And I know in the beginning it can seem really scary, like I'm not a marketer, I'm a musician, I am the guy who puts out music, I don't want to have to deal with coming up with content and coming up with merchandise and a campaign for like my rollout strategy. If that all sounds difficult, it's not as bad as it sounds, guys, trust me, it really isn't. Just start doing it and see what works and what doesn't work. And if you have any questions, always feel free to hit me up on Instagram at PimFriedRice610. I would love to help you out however I can. The next thing that's going to happen when you drop consistent music is you're going to build a back catalog for old and new fans to be able to check out. Now, a great example of this is Russ. Russ is an artist that put out 1 song per week for, I believe it was like a year and a half or 2 years or something like that, which right there, that's 100 songs for fans to check out. That's awesome, but before he ever even put out any of those singles, he had 11 mixtapes already on his SoundCloud. 11 mixtapes. Now imagine, even if there's only 5 songs on each of those mixtapes, which I highly doubt there's only 5 songs, I'm sure it's more like 10 to 15, that's 55 songs on his back catalog that new fans can check out. And now a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't want my fans to check out my old music because it's old. Well, one thing that I heard one time that really changed my perspective is old music is still new to someone who's never heard it before. So that means I can go back to songs from the 80s, and if I've never heard it before, that's a new song to me. Just because my parents knew it and their parents knew it, that doesn't mean that it's not new when it's first heard by my ears. So don't be afraid of having your old stuff out in the world. Let your fans find it and let them see the progression of you as an artist. Fans like to see where you started, what you sounded like, and how you progressively got better as you continue to drop music. The 6th thing that happens when you consistently drop music is you actually build a whole network of people that you can rely on and build relationships with in this music industry. And now I did a whole episode on having a Rolodex of people who you should reach out to, so I'll leave a link above and below for that so you can check that out if you're interested. But guys, relationships in the music industry is so important. Like, I cannot stress that enough, that if you fuck with the right people, that's literally like having a cheat code in your life. And when you drop consistent music, you're gonna start to build relationships with people in different veins that have helped you along the way. Graphic designers who have helped you with cover arts for projects and singles, music video creators, photographers, maybe producers, engineers, local studio owners. All these different people you're gonna build relationships with throughout the process of dropping music. Now, that is assuming you're not the type of person that just does everything by yourself, which if you are, that's totally fine, but it never hurts to step outside of your box sometimes and work with other people. 1, because it's fun to collaborate, but then 2, because you build that relationship, and 3, because you never know what type of product you're gonna end up with once you let the project leave your hands. Like, it's an entirely different thing when you let a second and a third and a fourth brain jump into your brain, baby. Yeah, you know what I mean. The 7th thing that's gonna happen when you start to drop consistent music is you're gonna get more followers. Now, mainly when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about on Spotify, because Spotify, I feel like, is a really important one that you actually want to build your follower base, but it's also going to happen across the board. You're going to get more social media followers, you're going to get more email list followers if you have an email list, which if you don't, you need to have an email list. Do that shit today. We've talked about this, guys. Come on. But yeah, you're going to get more followers on Spotify, which in turn is going to get you more people listening to your music, more people potentially putting it on playlists, which then in turn will get new people to find your music. So it basically just helps you in every way possible. You're going to get more money, you're going to get more followers on social media if you're navigating through Spotify properly, which we also did videos on Spotify for artists and how to use Spotify, so I'll link that above and below as well. Make sure you guys check out these videos I recommend, guys, because they really will help you to explain some of the stuff I don't go into details in videos like this. But yeah, you'll get more followers, and who doesn't want more followers? Whether it's for a vanity metric or whether it's for the actual having people to put out your music and your content too, we all need more followers, guys. The 8th thing that is gonna happen, I know some of you guys are gonna be excited about this one, is you gonna get some money. You gonna get some stream money. The moolah is gonna start to flow in, guys. Now, let me just disclaimer right now, it is not going to be a shit ton of money in the beginning. Just because you start dropping consistent music does not mean all of a sudden you're going to be a billionaire. You're going to be walking around with pockets fat, busting out, big bank type shit. We'll get there. We will. Just keep working at it and drop consistent music and you'll get there. But you're gonna start to get more money with your streams. Anytime people listen to your music, you're gonna get 0.003 cents or whatever it is that specific streaming platform gives you for that fan listening to your song. But that's money that literally comes to you. Like, it sits in a bank waiting for you to go get that check and cash it. So just get more fans, get more listeners, because you're gonna make more money. And I don't know about you, but I want to make money from my music. I would hope you want to too, because that's how you turn it to a full-time job. Like, if you want to quit your job, you need money, you know? And probably the most important thing that's going to happen when you start to drop consistent music, number 9, is you will teach yourself discipline. And discipline is such an important thing to have when you're in the music industry, or really just in life, because like, if you don't have discipline, you are going to get so distracted or get so torn down or stopped anytime there's obstacles or hurdles thrown in your way. You have to be an expert at fighting distractions. You have to be an expert at saying no to going out with friends. You have to be an expert at spending nights in to work on your music, to market your music, to do all these different things. You have to be disciplined. And when you have a consistent music schedule where you're constantly dropping music, you're actually teaching yourself discipline. And that discipline is super important to have. But that is the 9 reasons why you need to start dropping music consistently today, right now. Guys, let me know in the comments, is there any other reasons that you found when you started to drop consistent music that really has showed up in your life? Have you made more money, more fans, more followers, more connections? What have you made from dropping more music? Let me know down in the comments below. And speaking of dropping consistent music, guys, in about a week and a half, my new song, Good Posture Gang, comes out. So if you don't know, Good Posture Gang is a gang that me and my homie Dre started for everybody who ever has worked at a computer in their life and know what it's like to just sit there hunched over like this all day long. We started Good Posture Gang to fight that, like literally, because we'd be sitting there hunched over, backs all, looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and we'd just be like, Good Posture Gang. And we fix our posture real quick, straighten our back, stick our chest out, so we have good posture. And it started as a joke, kind of became this whole thing like a year and a half ago. So now we officially have the anthem, the Good Posture Gang anthem. And it drops next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday, June 11th. I'm so excited, guys. You're gonna love this song. It's hype, it's fucking lit, and the message is dope. So make sure you guys pre-save that. Hit the link down below. Other than that, guys, have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. I'll catch you guys next week. Love you guys. You fucking rock. Peace.